All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Meenakshi Sant and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines: landslides and flash floods claim 22 lives in Himachal Pradesh. CBI summons 5 persons for questioning at agency headquarters in connection with Delhi excise policy scam. Maharashtra government to take 4,000 crore rupees loan from Asian Development Bank to set up medical colleges in 12 districts. EPFO adds 18.36 lakh net members in June this year. India delivers 10th tranche of medical aid to Afghanistan. At least 30 people killed in terror attack in Somalia's capital Mogadishu. India strongly condemns attack on Hyatt Hotel in Mogadishu. Antempangal becomes first Indian woman wrestler to win a gold medal at Under-20 World Wrestling Championships in Sofia, Bulgaria. And Indian parashuttlers Pramod Bhagat and Sukant Kadam clinch gold at Thailand's Para-Badminton International Tournament in Pattaya. Landslides and flash floods triggered by heavy rain have claimed 22 lives in Himachal Pradesh. While 12 people have also been injured in rain-related incidents, 6 people are still missing in the state. Chakki Rail Bridge in Kangra district collapsed due to flash flood yesterday. Talking to AIR News, Sudesh Kumar Mukta, Director, State Disaster Management Department, said that Mandi, Kangra and Chamba district are the most affected districts where maximum loss of life and property has been reported.
काफी तेज बारिश पूरे हिमाचल प्रदेश में हुई है। खासकर जो कुल्लू, मंडी, चंबा और बिलासपुर के क्षेत्र है, कांगड़ा के क्षेत्र है, उसमें बहुत ज्यादा अधिक बारिश हुई। अगर हम आंकड़ों के हिसाब देखें तो लगभग 300% ज्यादा बारिश एक दिन में यहाँ पर हो चुकी है। तो इसके कारण काफी भारी जान माल का नुकसान हिमाचल प्रदेश को झेलना पड़ा है। खासकर जो हमारा मंडी है, चंबा है और जो कांगड़ा है, उन जिलों को ज्यादा नुकसान हुआ है। शिमला को भी नुकसान हुआ है। अगर टोटल मिला के देखा जाए तो 21 लोगों की यहाँ पर डेथ रिपोर्ट की गई है। तो लगभग 22 डेथ यहाँ पर हुई है। 6 लोग अभी भी मिसिंग है और जो नुकसान है काफी मात्रा में हुआ है। तो आज तक अगर देखा जाए तो 1250 करोड़ रुपए, क्योंकि अभी कल के आंकड़े और इकट्ठे हो रहे हैं, तो 1250 करोड़ से ज्यादा नुकसान हिमाचल को झेलना पड़ा है। तो ओवरऑल देखा जाए तो मानसून इस बार काफी नुकसान हिमाचल प्रदेश को कर रहा है और जो प्रेडिक्शन है वो लगभग 15 सितंबर तक ये मानसून एक्टिव रहेगा। और आज भी कुछ एक जिलों में येलो अलर्ट है, कल भी येलो अलर्ट है। आकांक्षा और भी की जा रही है और एडवाइजरी जो डिफरेंट है गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा निकाली गई है।
The state government has directed the concerned deputy commissioners to provide shelter to the affected people in the camps. Instructions were also given to all districts to close educational institutions in the landslide and flood-affected areas and to set up camps in school and community centers to provide temporary shelter to the affected people. Chief Minister Jairam Thakur, while presiding over the video conference with deputy commissioners of the state from Sarahan in Siramore district to review the situation arisen due to torrential rains, directed them to ensure immediate relief and rescue operations besides deploying men and machinery at strategic points. The Chief Minister said that major roads in apple-growing areas and leading towards hospitals must be restored on priority. He said that tourists must be advised to stay away from the slide-prone points and riverbanks to avoid untoward incidents. He said that the union government would be requested to send additional central teams to undertake the relief and rehabilitation work. He also directed all the line departments for maintaining proper coordination for effective rescue operations. He directed the deputy commissioners to take decisions regarding closure of schools in their respective districts as per requirement. He expressed grief over the deaths reported due to landslides and flash floods and prayed to the Almighty to grant peace to the departed souls and strength to the bereaved families to bear the irreparable loss. Chief Secretary R.D. Dhiman ensured that every possible arrangement would be made to restore damaged roads and all essential services. R.K. Janamani of IMD has predicted more rainfall in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Jammu and Kashmir.
अभी जो डिप्रेशन है मध्य प्रदेश के ऊपर छत्तीसगढ़ के पास है, जब वो जैसे ही आगे चलेगा तो रेन जो है 22 23 को बढ़ेगा। तो 22 23 के लिए हम लोग हैवी रेनफॉल वार्निंग उत्तराखंड, हिमाचल प्रदेश, जम्मू कश्मीर रखे हैं। और उसके साथ साथ प्लेन्स में जो राजस्थान एरिया है, मध्य प्रदेश है, नेक्स्ट 48 आवर्स के लिए हम लोग मेनली मध्य प्रदेश के लिए आज है 21 और 22 के लिए राजस्थान के लिए रेड कलर वार्निंग दे रहे हैं। बहुत ज्यादा बारिश होगा क्योंकि यहाँ एक डिप्रेशन बना हुआ है छत्तीसगढ़ के ऊपर जो राजस्थान इलाका को आएगा। तो इसके मतलब के प्रभाव में दिल्ली में भी 22 को रेन पड़ेगा।
The CBI has summoned 5 persons for questioning at the agency headquarters in Delhi in connection with the Delhi excise policy scam. The CBI on Friday carried out raids of 31 locations in multiple cities, including the residence of Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. The CBI began its probe after Delhi Lieutenant Governor Vinay Saxena recommended a probe by the central agency into the excise policy that was rolled out last year, under which liquor licenses were given to private players. The Lieutenant Governor's direction was based on a report by the Chief Secretary, which said certain rules were flouted and undue favors were given to some vendors. On Friday, the CBI filed an FIR in which it named Manish Sisodia, then Excise Commissioner Arva Gopi Krishna, and others in the case. BJP has accused Manish Sisodia and Delhi government of huge corruption in the excise policy case. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said, number one accused of liquor scam is Manish Sisodia, but the kingpin is Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal.
सिसोदिया जी बताएं कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनियों को रिटेल में ठेके की अगर अनुमति नहीं होती थी तो आपने क्यों दी? मनीष सिसोदिया जी से मेरा दूसरा सवाल ये है और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी से कि कार्टेल कंपनियों को शराब बेचने की ठेका क्यों दिया? अगर दिया तो क्यों? आप ये भी बताइए कि खाओ गली और इंडो स्पिरिट जैसी ब्लैक लिस्टेड कंपनियों को क्या आपने ठेका दिया या नहीं? एक सवाल मेरा और भी है कि 25 अक्टूबर को जब दिल्ली के ही एक्साइज डिपार्टमेंट ने ब्लैक लिस्टेड कंपनियों को और बाकी कंपनियों को नोटिस दिया था तो इस पर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और मनीष सिसोदिया जी ने क्या कार्रवाई की? आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार ने क्या कार्रवाई? ये आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार, ये रेवड़ी की सरकार भी है, बेवड़ी सरकार भी है।
Maharashtra government will take a loan of 4,000 crore rupees from the Asian Development Bank ADB for setting up medical colleges in 12 districts of the state. There are 12 districts in the state without a single medical college. These districts include Jalgaon, Satara, Alibag, Sindhudurg, Usmanabad, Parbhani, Amravati, Ratnagiri, Gadchiroli, Bandhara and Ambernath. Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis had called a meeting of the Medical Education Department yesterday, which was also attended by the representatives of the ADB. Minister for Medical Education, Sports and Youth Affairs Girish Mahajan said, Asian Development Bank has agreed to provide 4,000 crore rupees for setting up medical colleges in these districts. He said the state government will soon complete the technical procedures to receive the funds. Mr. Mahajan said that the target is to complete all of these projects within the next 2 years.
Union government has awarded geographical indication GI tag to Mithila Makhana. With this move, growers will get the maximum price for their premium produce. Over 5 lakh farmers of Mithila region of Bihar will be benefited from this decision. In a tweet, Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal said, with Mithila Makhana registered with GI tag, farmers will get profit and it will be easier to earn. Due to geographical indication tag to Mithila Makhana in the festive season, people outside Bihar will be able to use this auspicious material with reverence. Once a product gets this tag, any person or company cannot sell a similar item under that name. This tag is valid for a period of 10 years, following which it can be renewed. The Employees Provident Fund Organization, EPFO, has released the provisional payroll data. It highlights that EPFO has added 18.36 lakh net members in June this year. For June 2022, the net member addition has increased by 9.21% as compared to May 2022. Year-on-year comparison of payroll data reflects that June this year has registered an increase of 5.53 lakh in terms of net member addition comparing the corresponding month during last year. Out of the total 18.36 lakh members added during June, around 10.54 lakh new members have been covered under EPF and NP Act 1952 for the first time. New members joining has shown a growing trend since April this year.
Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for the 1.3 billion citizens across the country. All India Radio celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashvani ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio.
Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashvani ke Saath, reliving the journey of India since independence over the last 75 years with All India Radio. Starting 15th August, the series will be broadcast on All India Radio, 100.1 FM Gold Channel, primetime news bulletins and across all its platforms. Tune in to stay updated with All India Radio.
In today's episode, we bring you the story of the presidents of India who served the nation from the 26th of January 1950 to 25th of July 1987.
The President is the constitutional head of the state of India and the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. The President is referred to as a first citizen of the country. There have been 15 presidents since the post was established when India was declared as a republic with the adoption of the Constitution in 1950. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of the country who held the post from 26th of January 1950 to the 13th of May 1962.
We have up to now been taking a pledge to achieve freedom and to undergo all sufferings and sacrifices for it. Time has come when we have to take a pledge of another kind. Let no one imagine that the time for work and sacrifice is gone and the time for enjoying the fruits thereof has come. Let us realize that the demand on our enthusiasm and capacity for an unselfish work in the future will be as great as, if not greater than, what it has ever been before. We have therefore to dedicate ourselves once again to the great cause that becomes us. The task is great, the times are propitious.
Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan was a president from the 13th of May 1962 to the 13th of May 1967.
In our Constitution it is laid down that we have to build a civilized society which is based on the freedom of the human spirit, economic opportunities for all, and social justice.
Zakir Hussain held the post from the 13th of May 1967 to the 3rd of May 1969.
I pledge my loyalty to my country, irrespective of region or language. I pledge myself to work for its strength and progress. The whole of Bharat is my home, and the people are my family.
Muhammad Hidayatullah was the acting president from the 20th of July 1969 to the 24th of August 1969. V.V. Giri was elected as the president on the 24th of August 1969 and he continued till the 24th of August 1974.
Do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of India and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect and defend the Constitution and the law, and that I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the people of India.
Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad became the president on the 24th of August 1974 and held the post till the 11th of February 1977.
Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad do swear in the name of God that I will faithfully execute the office of President of India.
B.D. Jatti was the acting president from the 11th of February 1977 to the 25th of July 1977. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy was elected as the president on the 25th of July 1977 and he continued till the 25th of July 1982.
I, Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, do swear in the name of God that I will faithfully execute the office of President of India.
Gyani Zail Singh served as the president from the 25th of July 1982 to the 25th of July 1987.
I, Zail Singh, do swear in the name of God that I will faithfully execute the office of President of India.
In tomorrow's episode, we will bring you the story of the presidents who served the nation from 25th of July 1987 onwards. Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashwani ke saath can be accessed on @AIR News Alerts on Twitter, News on Air official YouTube channel, News on Air app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune in to All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashwani ke saath. You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Landslides and flash floods claim 22 lives in Himachal Pradesh. CBI summons 5 persons for questioning at agency headquarters in connection with Delhi excise policy scam. Maharashtra government to take 4,000 crore rupees loan from Asian Development Bank to set up medical colleges in 12 districts. EPFO adds 18.36 lakh net members in June this year. India delivers 10th tranche of medical aid to Afghanistan. At least 30 people killed in terror attack in Somalia's capital Mogadishu. India strongly condemned attack on Hyatt Hotel in Mogadishu. Antimpanhal becomes first Indian woman wrestler to win gold medal at Under-20 World Wrestling Championships in Sofia, Bulgaria. And Indian para shuttlers Pramod Bhagat and Sukant Kadam clinch gold at Thailand Para Badminton International Tournament in Pattaya. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
क्या आप वरिष्ठ नागरिक हैं? क्या आपके मन में सेहत, आर्थिक, सामाजिक या भावनात्मक मुद्दों से जुड़ा कोई सवाल है? आकाशवाणी आपके लिए लेकर आया है कार्यक्रम एक कदम और बुजुर्गों के लिए, हर रविवार रात 9:30 बजे FM गोल्ड पर। 21 अगस्त को प्रसारित होने वाले हमारे कार्यक्रम का विषय है बुजुर्गों का खान पान। आप अपने सवाल हमें व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर भेज सकते हैं।
India has supplied the 10th tranche of medical assistance to Afghanistan as part of India's ongoing humanitarian assistance. It was handed over to the Indira Gandhi Hospital, Kabul. In view of the urgent appeals made by the United Nations to assist the Afghan people, India has so far supplied 32 tons of medical assistance in 10 batches, which include essential life-saving medicines, anti-TB medicines, 5 lakh doses of COVID vaccine. In Somalia, the death toll from the attack of Al-Shabaab militants on the Hyatt Hotel in the capital Mogadishu has risen to 30. According to officials, dozens of people were also wounded in the late Friday night attack, and security forces rescued many others from the scene at Hyatt Hotel, which is a popular place among lawmakers and government officials. Attackers detonated at least 2 explosives outside the hotel before entering the building and opening fire. Somali forces were still trying to end the siege of the hotel almost 24 hours after the attack started.
India has strongly condemned the attack on Hyatt Hotel in Mogadishu and expressed heartfelt condolences to the victims and families of this cowardly act of terrorism. MEA spokesperson Arindam Bakchi said India stands with the government and people of Somalia in their fight against terrorism. In Morning Matters, now let us listen to a discussion on Har Ghar Jal, a boon for all. The participants are Praful Ketkar, political analyst, and Ashwani Srivastav, journalist.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi had on Friday addressed Har Ghar Jal Utsav event organized by Goa government for achieving 100% piped water supply coverage in its rural households. The Prime Minister had said that his government provided piped water connection to 7 crore rural families in the last 3 years under the Jal Jeevan Mission, which helped the country achieve the milestone of 10 crore such connection in villages so far. Prafulji, how do you see this progress under Jal Jeevan Mission in the country?
This is a very remarkable achievement. If you just see the numbers given on the Jal Jeevan Mission or Har Ghar Jal dashboard, then we get the numbers which are very staggering, because as of now the numbers are more than total number of households are 19 crore, tap water facility as on date crossed 10 crore. So that clearly shows that we are moving in the right direction. Now, many people would ask what it has to do with developed Bharat. If you see historically, now 52% of our rural households are covered with tap water. Now, this is really remarkable simply because it is not just to do with water. If you understand the multiple dimensions of this scheme, then it has to do with health, it has to do with women empowerment, it has to do with putting your human resource for more constructive work, because fetching water from a few kilometers just to even drink water, that itself was a time-consuming thing in many rural parts of India. So functional household tap connection to every rural household by 2024 is not just going to provide drinking water facility, but it is going to ensure healthy and productive Bharat.
On 15th August 2019, when the Prime Minister had launched Jal Jeevan Mission from the ramparts of the Red Fort, only 3.23 crore of the households in villages had access to piped water connection. The country achieved the landmark 10 crore functional household tap connection on 19 August 2022. That's a big achievement, Prafulji. While referring to yesterday's event in Goa, Prime Minister had said one more important thing, that Har Ghar Jal Mission has 4 important pillars. That is people's participation, partnership of stakeholders, political will, and optimum utilization of resources. How do you see his assertion on these 4 important pillars, and how would it help in achieving the ambitious target of ensuring piped water delivery to each and every household?
This is not just to do with Jal Jeevan Mission. If you see the all over parameters of good governance, then I believe participation, accountability, transparency, and distribution, these are key parameters for any standard of good governance. And when we are talking about achieving something in a phased manner, and when government is putting it on the dashboard that every day you can verify how many tap connections have reached in which part of India. Now, for example, if you see Haryana, Telangana, Goa, you mention about these states. But if you see the numbers of Punjab or Gujarat, which traditionally were not they were considered to be drought-prone areas. And in Punjab, though it was not drought-prone, the ground level water was a key issue, even for the drinking water as well as agricultural purpose. So now if they are touching 95, 97, even Bihar has touched 95%. So I believe that these indicators, these numbers clearly show that it is not just about government initiative. All the stakeholders are taking along, and they are the ones who are taking this mission forward. Many NGOs are working, many agencies are working, state governments are playing their role, and there is a sense of, I believe, a competitive and cooperative federalism also is in place. So in that sense, I believe this participatory approach is really giving us sound results.
What should India do to ensure water security for its population in the coming decade? Some steps that you can suggest?
Unless we think of integrated approach, it's not just about water, but how do we see our development? What is our development model? Most of the water-related issues are not because of individual consumption or household consumption. It is mainly because of the way industrial plants are discharging their waste into water bodies. Simultaneously, the way water bodies are getting destroyed due to concretization in urban areas, the way water bodies are filled with bricks and cement and some concrete structures are created. I think we should identify then participation of communities in this management. We need to sensitize our masses. So government policies and community participation, that both these things should come together.
Hope the country is able to achieve 100% coverage under Jal Jeevan Mission soon. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
You are listening to a discussion on Har Ghar Jal, a boon for all. The participants were Prafulla Ketkar, political analyst, and Ashwini Srivastav, journalist.
17-year-old Haryana wrestler Antempangal has become the first Indian woman wrestler to win gold medal at Under-20 World Wrestling Championship in Sofia, Bulgaria. She scored an 8-0 win over Atlin Shagayeva of Kazakhstan in 53 kg category to achieve this feat. This gold medal is historic in its own way, as India has never won any gold medal in women's wrestling at U20 World Championship. Antimpanhal belongs to Haryana's Bhagana village in the Hisar district. Sonam Malik and Priyanka won silver medals in the 62 kg and 65 kg respectively after losing the gold medal bouts. Indian para-shuttlers Pramod Bhagat and Sukant Kadam clinched the gold at the Silent Para Badminton International Tournament in Pattaya yesterday. The Indian duo defeated the Indonesian pair of Dwieko and Freddy Setiawan 21-18, 21-13 in the men's doubles summit clash. In the men's singles, Bhagat and Kadam had to settle for a silver medal each after losing their respective finals. In other results, Rutik Raghupati and Mansi Joshi finished second best in mixed doubles, losing to France's Lucas Mazur and Faucine Noel in the final. In women's singles, Mandeep Kaur got the better of compatriot Mansi in finals to claim the gold medal, while Manisha Ramdas also bagged the yellow medal after beating Japan's Kaide Kamiyama in the final. Nitya C. Sumati Sivan also won the gold with a win over England's Rachel Chung in the final. And now, let's have a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital, Delhi, will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The minimum temperature was 27 degrees Celsius and maximum will be nearly 34 degrees. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The minimum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be 28 degrees. Chennai will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. The minimum temperature was 29 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be 37 degrees. Kolkata will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or a thunderstorm. The minimum temperature was 27 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be 33 degrees. Jammu will have partly cloudy sky and Srinagar will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or a dust storm. Leh will have mainly clear sky. Gilgit and Muzaffarabad will have a generally cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or a dust storm. Hyderabad and Bangalore will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thundershowers. Vishakhapatnam will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thundershowers. Agartala will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thundershowers. Guwahati, Gangtok, Shillong, Aizawl, Itanagar, Kohima and Imphal will have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thundershowers.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. All major newspapers have covered the ongoing CBI investigation in the Delhi liquor scam. CBI begins questioning in Delhi excise policy probe, prepares more summons, headlines the Indian Express. The Hindustan Times reports on its front page, excise policy best, says Deputy CM, as BJP pins blame on Kejriwal. The heavy rainfall in Himalayan states has also found prominent coverage in most newspapers, with photographs of the devastation caused. Rain havoc in Himachal Pradesh. Uttarakhand leaves 25 dead, reports the Times of India. The Financial Express exults on its front page with the headline, Jobs are returning, EPF June payroll data shows. The Economic Times adds, formal jobs under EPF were up 8.9% in June. Net enrollments from 20-25 age group highest at 170,000. Times of India informs network of 100 plus Chinese loan apps buster, 22 held. According to the Asian Age, Mumbai cops get 2611 like terror attack threat from Pakistan. Man detained, probe ordered, police on high alert. And finally, the Times of India reports that Chandrasekhar Patil, a 47-year-old art conservator from Vadodara, has collected 13,500 Indian toys from the Harappan age to modern time, as he believes that toys are one of the best medium which understands the culture and tradition of a nation.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Landslides and flash floods claim 22 lives in Himachal Pradesh. CBI summons 5 persons for questioning at agency headquarters in connection with Delhi excise policy scam. Maharashtra government to take 4,000 crore rupees loan from Asian Development Bank to set up medical colleges in 12 districts. EPFO adds 18.36 lakh net members in June this year. India delivers 10th tranche of medical aid to Afghanistan. At least 30 people killed in terror attack in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. India strongly condemns attack on Hyatt Hotel in Mogadishu. Antempangal becomes the first Indian woman wrestler to win a gold medal at Under-20 World Wrestling Championship in Sofia, Bulgaria. And India para shuttlers Pramod Bhagat and Sukant Kadam clinched gold at Silent Para Badminton International Tournament in Pattaya. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.